Tragedy of Antony and Cleopatra, Act 4. Scene 1. Enter Agrippa and Maecenas and Caesar with his army. Caesar reading a letter. He calls me boy and chides as he had power to beat me out of Egypt. My messenger he hath whipped with rods, dares me to personal combat. Caesar to Antony, let the old ruffian know I have many other ways to die. Meantime, laugh at his challenge. Caesar must think, when one so great begins to rage, he's hunted even to falling. Give him no breath, but now make boot of his distraction. Never anger made good guard for itself. Let our best heads know that tomorrow, the last of many battles we mean to fight. Within our files there are, of those that served Mark Antony but late, enough to fetch him in. See it done, and feast the army. We have store to do it, and they have earned the waste. Poor Antony! Scene 2. Enter Antony, Cleopatra, Enobarbus, Charmian, Eros, Alexis with others. Will he not fight with me, Domitius? No. Why should he not? He thinks, being 20 times of better fortune, he is 20 men to one. Tomorrow, soldier, by sea and land I'll fight, or I will live, or bathe my dying honor in the blood that shall make it live again. Woo't thou fight well? I'll strike and cry, take all. Well said, come on. Call forth my household servants. Let's tonight be bounteous at our meal. Give me thy hand. Thou hast been rightly honest, so hast thou. Thou and thou and thou. You have served me well, and kings have been your fellows. What means this? 'Tis one of those odd tricks which sorrow shoots out of the mind. And thou art honest too. I wish I could be made so many men, and all of you clapped up together in an Antony, that I might do you service so good as you have done. The gods forbid. Well, my good fellows, wait on me tonight. Scant not my cups, and make as much of me as when mine empire was your fellow too, and suffered my command. What does he mean? To make his followers weep. Tend me tonight. May be it is the period of your duty. Haply you shall not see me more, or if a mangled shadow. Perchance tomorrow you'll serve another master. I look on you as one that takes his leave, mine honest friends. I turn you not away, but like a master, married to your good service. Stay till death. Tend me tonight 2 hours, I ask no more, and the gods yield you for it. What mean you, sir, to give them this discomfort? Look, they weep, and I, an ass, am onion-eyed. For shame, transform us not to women. Ho, ho, ho! Now the witch take me, if I meant it thus. Grace grow where those drops fall, my hearty friends. You take me into dolorous ascents, for I spake to you for your comfort, did desire you to burn this night with torches. Know, my hearts, I hope well of tomorrow, and will lead you where rather I'll expect victorious life than death and honor. There, let's to supper come, and drown consideration. Technical difficulties. Scene 3. Enter a company of soldiers. Brother, good night. Tomorrow is the day. It will determine one way. Fare you well. Heard you of nothing strange about the streets? Nothing. What news? Belike 'tis but a rumor. Good night to you. Well, sir, good night. Soldiers, have careful watch. And you, good night, good night. Here we, and if tomorrow our navy thrive, I have an absolute hope our landmen will stand up. 'Tis a brave army and full of purpose. Peace, what noise? List, list! Hark! Music in the air, under the earth. It signs well, does it not? No. Peace, I say. What should this mean? 'Tis the god Hercules, whom Antony loved, now leaves him. Walk, let's see if other watchmen do hear what we do. How now, masters? How now, how now? Do you hear this? Eh, is it not strange? Do you hear, masters? Do you hear? Follow the noise so far as we have a quarter. Let's see how it will give off. Content, 'tis strange. Scene 4. Enter Antony and Cleopatra, Charmian with others. Eros, mine armor, Eros, sleep a little. No, my chuck, Eros, come, mine armor, Eros. Come, good fellow, put thine iron on. If fortune be not ours today, it is because we brave her. Come. Nay, I'll help too. What's this for? Hey, let it be, let be. Thou art the armorer of my heart. False, false. This, sooth law, I'll help. This it must be. Well, well, we shall thrive now. Seest thou, my good fellow? Go put on thy defences. Briefly, sir, is not this buckled well? Rarely, rarely. He that unbuckles this, till we do please to daft for our repose, shall hear a storm. Thou fumblest, Eros, and my queen's esquire, more tight at this than thou. Dispatch, O love, that thou couldst see my wars today, and knewest the royal occupation, thou shouldst see a workman in it. Good morrow to thee, welcome. Thou lookest like him that knows a warlike charge. To business that we love we rise betime, and go to it with delight. 1,000, sir, early though it be, have on their riveted trim, and at the port expect you. The morn is fair. Good morrow, general. Good morrow, general. 'Tis well blown, lads. This morning, like the spirit of a youth that means to be of note, begins betimes. So, come give me that. This way, well said. Fare thee well, dame, whatever becomes of me. This is a soldier's kiss. Rebukable and worthy shameful check it were to stand on more mechanic compliment. I'll leave thee now like a man of steel. You that will fight, follow me close. I'll bring you to it. Adieu. Please, you retire to your chamber? Lead me. He goes forth gallantly. that he and Caesar might determine this great war in a single fight. Then Antony, but now well on. Scene 5. Trumpets sound, enter Antony and Eros, a soldier meeting them. The gods make this a happy day to Antony. Would thou and those thy scars had once prevailed to make me fight at land. Hadst thou done so, the kings that have revolted, and the soldier that has this morning left thee, would have still followed thy heels. Who's gone this morning? Who? One ever near thee. Call for Enobarbus, he shall not hear thee. Or from Caesar's camp say, I am none of thine. What sayest thou? Sir, he is with Caesar. Sir, his chests and treasure he has not with him. Is he gone? Most certain. Go, Eros, send his treasure after. Do it, detain no jot, I charge thee. Write to him I will subscribe gentle adieus and greetings. Say that I wish he never find more cause to change a master. Oh, my fortunes have corrupted honest men. Dispatch Enobarbus. Scene 6. Flourish. Enter Agrippa, Caesar, with Enobarbus and Dolabella. Caesar. Go forth, Agrippa, and begin the fight. Our will is Antony be took alive. Make it so known. Caesar, I shall. The time of universal peace is near. Prove this a prosperous day. The three-nooked world shall bear the olive freely. Antony is come into the field. Go, charge Agrippa, plant those that have revolted in the vant, that Antony may seem to spend his fury upon himself. Alexis did revolt, and went to Jewry on affairs of Antony. There did dissuade great Herod to incline himself to Caesar, and leave his master Antony. For this pains Caesar hath hanged him. Canidius and the rest that fell away have entertainment, but no honorable trust. I have done ill, of which I do accuse myself so sorely, that I will joy no more. Enobarbus Antony hath after thee sent all thy treasure, with his bounty overplus. The messenger came on my guard, and at thy tent is now unloading of his mules. I give it you. Mock not, Enobarbus, I tell you true. Best you safe the bringer out of the host. I must attend mine office, or would have done it myself. Your emperor continues still a Jove. I am alone the villain of the earth, and feel I am so most. O Antony, thou mine of bounty, how wouldst thou have paid my better service? When my turpitude thou dost so crown with gold, this blows my heart. If swift thought break it not, a swifter mean shall outstrike thought. But thought will do it, I feel. I fight against thee? No, I will go seek some ditch wherein to die. The foulest best fits my latter part of life. Scene 7. Alarum, drums, and trumpets. Enter Agrippa and others. Agrippa. Retire! We have engaged ourselves too far. Caesar himself has work, and our oppression exceeds what we expected. O my brave emperor, this is fought indeed. Had we done so at first, we had droven them home with clouts about their heads. Thou bleedest apace. I had a wound here that was like a T, but now 'tis made an H. They do retire. We'll beat him into the bench holes. I have yet room for 6 Scotches more. They are beaten, sir, and our advantage serves for a fair victory. Let us score their backs and snatch 'em up as we take hares behind. 'Tis sport to maul a runner. I will reward thee once for thy sprightly comfort, and tenfold for thy good valor. Come thee on. I'll halt after. Scene 8. Alarum enter Antony again in a march, Scarus with others. Antony. We have beat him to his camp, run one before, and let the queen know of our guests. Tomorrow, before the sun shall see us, we'll spill the blood that has today escaped. I thank you all, for doughty-handed are you, and have fought not as you served the cause, but as it had been, each man's like mine. You have shown all Hectors. Enter the city, clip your wives, your friends, tell them your feats, whilst they with joyful tears wash the congealment from your wounds, and kiss the honored gashes whole. Give me thy hand. To this great fairy I'll commend thy acts. Make her thanks bless thee. O thou day of the world, chain mine armed neck, leap thou, attire and all, through proof of harness to my heart, and there ride on the pants triumphing. Lord of lords, O infinite virtue, comest thou smiling from the world's great snare uncaught. My nightingale, we have beat them to their beds. What girl, though grey, do something mingle with our younger brown, yet have we a brain that nourishes our nerves, and can get goal for goal of youth. Behold this man, commend unto his lips thy favouring hand. Kiss it, my warrior. He hath fought today, as if a god in hate of mankind had destroyed in such a shape. I'll give thee, friend, an armor all of gold. It was a king's. He has deserved it, were it carbuncled like holy Phoebus's car. Give me thy hand. Through Alexandria make a jolly march. Bear our hacked targets like the men that owe them. Had our great palace the capacity to camp this host, we all would sup together, and drink carouses to the next day's fate, which promises royal peril. Trumpeters with brazen din blast you in the city's ear, make mingle with our rattling tabourines, that heaven and earth may strike their sounds together, applauding our approach. Scene 9. Enter a sentry and his company, and Obarbus follows. Sentry. If we be not relieved within this hour, we must return to the court of guard. The night is shiny, and they say we shall embattle by the 2nd hour in the morn. This last day was a shrewd one to us. O bear me witness, knight, what man is this? Stand close and list him. Be witness to me, O thou blessed moon, when men revolted shall upon record bear hateful memory. Poor Enobarbus did before thy face repent. Enobarbus? Peace, hark further. O sovereign mistress of true melancholy, the poisonous damp of night dispunge upon me, that life, a very rebel to my will, may hang no longer on me. Throw my heart against the flint of hardness and of my fault, which being dried with grief will break to powder, and finish all foul thoughts. O Antony, nobler than my revolt is infamous. Forgive me in thine own particular, but let the world rank me in register, a master leaver and a fugitive. O Antony, Antony! Enobarbus dies. Let's speak to him. Let's hear him, for the things he speaks may concern Caesar. Let's do so, but he sleeps, swoons rather, for so bad a prayer as his was never yet for sleep. Go we to him. Awake, sir, awake, speak to us. Hear you, sir? The hand of death hath wrought him. Hark, the drums! Demurely wake the sleepers. Let us bear him to the court of the guard. He is of note. Our hour is fully out. Come on, then. He may recover yet. Scene 10. Enter Antony and Scaurus with their army. Antony. Their preparation is today by sea. We please them not by land. For both, my lord. I would they'll fight in the fire in the air. We'll fight there too. But this is it. Our foot upon the hills adjoining to the city shall stay with us. Order for sea is given. They have put forth the haven, where their appointment may be best discovered, and a look on their endeavor. Scene 11. Enter Caesar and his army. Caesar. But being charged, we will be still by land, which as I take it we shall, for his best force is forth to man his galleys, to the vals, and hold our best advantage. Scene 12. Enter Antony and Scaurus. Antony. Yet they are not joined where yond pine does stand. I shall discover all. I'll bring thee word straight how 'tis like to go. Swallows have built in Cleopatra's sails their nests. The auguries say they know not, they cannot tell, look grimly and dare not speak their knowledge. Antony is valiant and dejected, and by starts his fretted fortunes give him hope and fear of what he has and has not. All is lost. This foul Egyptian hath betrayed me. My fleet hath yielded to the foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together like friends long lost. Triple-turned whore, 'tis thou hast sold me to this novice, and my heart makes only wars on thee. Bid them all fly, for when I am revenged upon my charm, I have done all. Bid them all fly, be gone. O sun, thy uprise shall I see no more. Fortune and Antony part here, even here do we shake hands. All come to this, the hearts that spanieled me at heels, to whom I gave their wishes, do discandy melt their sweets on blossoming Caesar, and this pine is barked that overtopped them all. Ah, betrayed I am, oh, this foul soul of Egypt, this grave charm, whose eye becked forth my wars and called them home, whose bosom was my crownet, my chief end, like a right gypsy hath at fast and loose beguiled me to the very heart of loss. What Eros, Eros! Ah, thou spell, avaunt! Why is my lord enraged against his love? Vanish, or I shall give thee thy deserving, and blemish Caesar's triumph. Let him take thee and hoist thee up to the shouting plebeians. Follow his chariot like the greatest spot of all thy sex. Most monster-like be shown for poorest diminutives, for dolts, and let patient Octavia plough thy visage up with her prepared nails. 'Tis well they art gone, if it be well to live, but better 'twere thou fellest into my fury, for one death might have prevented many. Eros, ho! The shirt of Nasus is upon me. Teach me, Alcides, thou mine ancestor, thy rage. Let me lodge Lychas on the horns of the moon, and with those hands that grasp the heaviest club, subdue my worthiest self. The witch shall die. To the young Roman boy she hath sold me, and I fall under this plot. She dies for it. Eros, ho! Scene 13. Enter Cleopatra, Charmian, Eros, Mardian. Cleopatra. Help me, my women! Oh, he's more mad than Telamon for his shield. The boar of Thessaly was never so embossed. To the monument! There lock yourself, and send him word you are dead. The soul and body rive not more in parting than greatness going off. To the monument! Mardian, go tell him I have slain myself. Say that the last I spoke was Antony, and word it prithee piteously. Hence, Mardian, and bring me how he takes my death. To the monument! Scene 14. Enter Antony and Eros. Antony. Eros, thou yet beholdest me, a noble lord. Sometime we see a cloud that's dragonish, a vapor sometime like a bear or lion, a tower citadel, a pendant rock, a forked mountain, or blue promontory, with trees upon it that nod unto the world, and mock our eyes with air. Thou hast seen these signs, they are black Vespers pageants. My lord, that which is now a horse, even with a thought, the rack dislimns, and makes it indistinct as water is in water. It does, my lord. My good knave, Eros, now thy captain is even such a body. Here I am, Antony, yet cannot hold this visible shape, my knave. I made these wars for Egypt, and the queen whose heart I thought I had, for she had mine, which whilst it was mine had annexed unto it 1,000,000 more, now lost. She, Eros, has packed cards with Caesar's, and false played my glory unto an enemy's triumph. Nay, weep not, gentle Eros, there is left us ourselves to end ourselves. O thy vile lady! She has robbed me of my sword. No, Antony, my mistress loved thee, and her fortunes mingled with thine entirely. And saucy eunuch, peace! She hath betrayed me, and shall die the death. Death of one person can be paid but once, and that she has discharged. What thou wouldest do is done unto thy hand. The last she spake was Antony, most noble Antony. Then in the midst of a tearing groan did break the name of Antony. It was divided between her heart and lips. She rendered life, thy name so buried in her. Dead then? Dead. Unarm, Eros, the long day's task is done, and we must sleep. That thou departest hence safe does pay thy labor richly. Go. Off, pluck off, and sevenfold shield of Ajax cannot keep the battery from my heart. O cleave my sides, heart, once be stronger than thy continent, crack thy frail case, apace, Eros, apace, no more a soldier, bruised pieces go. You have been nobly born, from me a while. I will overtake thee, Cleopatra, and weep for my pardon. So it must be, for now all length is torture. Since the torch is out, lie down and stray no farther. Now all labor mars what it does, yea, very force entangles itself with strength. Seal then, it all is done. Eros, I come, my queen. Eros, stay for me. Where souls do couch on flowers, we'll hand in hand, and with our sprightly port make the ghosts gaze. Dido and all her Aeneas shall want troops, and all the haunt be ours. Come, Eros, Eros! What would my lord? Since Cleopatra died, I have lived in such dishonor that the gods detest my baseness. I that with my sword quartered the world, and over green Neptune's back with ships made cities, condemn myself to lack the courage of a woman, less noble mind than she which by her death our Caesar tells. I am conqueror of myself. Thou art sworn, Eros, that when the exigent should come, which now is come indeed, when I should see behind me the inevitable prosecution of disgrace and horror, that on my command thou then wouldest kill me. Do it, the time is come. Thou strikest not me, 'tis Caesar thou defeatest. Put color in thy cheek. The gods withhold me. Shall I do that which all the Parthian darts, though enemy, lost aim and could not? Eros, wouldst thou be windowed in great Rome, and see thy master thus, with pleached arms bending down, his corrigible neck, his face subdued to penetrative shame, whilst the wheeled seat of fortunate Caesar, drawn before him, branded his baseness that ensued? I would not see it. Come then, for with a wound I must be cured. Draw that thy honest sword which thou hast sworn most useful for thy country. O sir, pardon me. When I did make thee free, sworest thou not then to do this when I bade thee? Do it at once, or thy precedent services are all but accidents unpurposed. Draw and come. Turn from me then at noble countenance, wherein the worship of the whole world lies. Lo thee! My sword is drawn. Then let it do at once the thing why thou hast drawn it. My dear master, my captain, and my emperor, let me say, before I strike this bloody stroke, farewell. 'Tis said, man, and farewell. Farewell, great chief. Shall I strike now? Now, Eros. Why, then there. Kills himself. Thus I do escape the sorrow of Antony's death. Thrice nobler than myself, thou teachest me, O valiant Eros, what I should, and thou couldst not. My queen and Eros have by their brave instruction got upon me a nobleness in record, but I will be a bridegroom in my death, and run into it as to a lover's bed. Come then, and Eros, thy master, dies thy scholar, to do thus. I learnt of thee. How, not dead, not dead? The guard, ho! Oh, dispatch me! What's the noise? I have done my work ill, friends. Oh, make an end of what I have begun. The star is fallen, and time is at his period. Alas and woe! Let him that loves me strike me dead. Not I, nor any one. Thy death and fortunes bid thy followers fly. This sword but shown to Caesar, with this tidings shall enter me with him. Where's Antony? There, Diomed, there. Lives he? Wilt thou not answer, man? Art thou there, Diomed? Draw thy sword, and give me sufficing strokes for death. Most absolute lord, my mistress Cleopatra sent me to thee. When did she send thee? Now, my lord. Where is she? Locked in her monument. She had a prophesying fear of what hath come to pass. For when she saw, which never she shall be found, but you did suspect she had disposed with Caesar, and that your rage would not be purged, she sent you word she was dead. But fearing since how it might work, hath sent me to proclaim the truth, and I am come, I dread, too late. Too late, good Diomed, call my guard, I pray. What ho! The emperor's guard? The guard! What ho! Come, your lord calls. Bear me, good friends, where Cleopatra bides. 'Tis the last service that I shall command you. Woe, woe are we, sir! You may not live to wear all your true followers out. Most heavy day! Nay, good my fellows, do not please sharp fate to grace it with your sorrows. Bid that welcome which comes to punish us, and we punish it, seeming to bear it lightly. Take me up, I have led you oft, carry me now, good friends, and have my thanks for all. Scene 15. Enter Cleopatra and her maids aloft with Charmian and Eros. Cleopatra. O Charmian, I will never go from hence. Be comforted, my dear madame. No, I will not. All strange and terrible events are welcome, but comforts we despise. Our sighs of sorrow, proportioned to our cause, must be as great as that which makes it. How now, is he dead? His death's upon him, but not dead. Look out of the other side, your monument, his guard have brought him thither. O sun, burn the great sphere thou movest in, darklings stand the varying shore of the world. O Antony, 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 help Charmian, help Eros, help. Help friends below, let's draw him hither. Peace! Not Caesar's valor hath overthrown Antony, but Antony's hath triumphed on itself. So it should be that none but Antony should conquer Antony, but woe, 'tis so. I am dying, Egypt, dying, only I here importune death awhile, until of many thousand kisses the poor last I lay upon thy lips. I dare not, dear, dear my lord, pardon, I dare not, lest I be taken. Not the imperious show of the full fortune Caesar ever shall be brooched with me, if knife, drug, serpents have edge, sting, or operation. I am safe. Your wife Octavia, with her modest eyes and still conclusion, shall acquire no honor demurring upon me. But come, come, Antony, help me, my women, we must draw thee up. Assist, good friends. Oh, quick, or I am gone. Here's sport indeed. How heavy weighs my lord. Our strength is all gone into heaviness that makes the weight. Had I great Juno's power, the strong-winged Mercury should fetch thee up and set thee by Jove's side. Yet come a little, wishers were ever fools, oh come, come, come. And welcome, welcome, die when thou hast lived, quicken with kissing. Had my lips that power, thus would I wear them out. A heavy sight! I am dying, Egypt, dying. Give me some wine, and let me speak a little. No, let me speak, and let me rail so high, that the false huswife Fortune break her wheel, provoked by my offense. One word, sweet queen, of Caesar seek your honor with your safety. Oh, they do not go together. Gentle, hear me, none but about Caesar trust but Procluius. My resolution and my hands I'll trust, none about Caesar. The miserable change now at my end, lament nor sorrow at, but please your thoughts in feeding them with those my former fortunes, wherein I lived, the greatest prince of the world, the noblest, and do now not basely die, not cowardly put off my helmet to my countrymen, a Roman by a Roman valiantly vanquished. Now my spirit is going, I can no more. Noblest of men, woo it die, hast thou no care of me? Shall I abide in this dull world, which in thy absence is no better than a sty? Oh, see my women, Antony dies. The crown of the earth doth melt, my lord. Oh, withered is the garland of the war, the soldier's pole is fallen, young boys and girls are level now with men, the odds is gone, and there is nothing left remarkable beneath the visiting moon. Oh, quietness, lady, she's dead too, our sovereign. Lady, madame, oh, madame, 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 royal Egypt, empress, peace, peace, Eras. No more but even a woman, and commanded by such poor passion as the maid that milks and does the meanest chairs. It were for me to throw my sceptre at the injurious gods, to tell them that this world did equal theirs, till they had stolen our jewel. All's but not. Patience is sottish, and impatience does become a dog that's mad. Then is it sin to rush into the secret house of death, ere death dare come to us? How do you, women? What, good cheer? Why, how now? Charmian, my noble girls, ah, women, women! Look, our lamp is spent, it's out. Good sirs, take heart, we'll bury him, and then what's brave, what's noble, let's do it after the high Roman fashion, and make death proud to take us. Come away, this case of that huge spirit now is cold. Ah, women, women, come, we have no friend, but resolution in the briefest end. End of Act 4 of the tragedy of Antony and Cleopatra. Amen. Praise be to God. Jesus Christ, Jah Rastafari the Most High. Bless William Shakespeare.